again. Okay, today I'm going to show the difference between the FOB, CIF and EXW. As we know, the FOB, EXW and the EXW, these three terms, trading terms was very common. So what's the difference in the logistics? First, we want to know why will appear the EXW term. Because in China, normally the factory, they were pure manufacturer. They only can provide the goods. They cannot. They don't have the export and import license. This is a problem. They don't only do provide the export to buyers. And the other reason is for some manufacturers, they have the export and import license, but they calculate the price. For example, in China, after the trading company and manufacturer, they export a cargo, they can get the tax refund from the Chinese government. So, for example, one kind of item, they can get like 9% of the tax refund from the Chinese government, but they have to add like more than 12% of the tax in the per unit price. So it seems not like it's lack of the profit, Yeah, it's like a loss of the business profit, which means they get the refund was 9%, but they have to pay another 12% for the tax. So under this condition, the supplier, they don't want to do the FOB or CIF, they prefer to do the export. Normally, a lot of the suppliers that are located in Shenzhen and Guangzhou, they prefer to do the export. Also some Shanghai and Ningbo. When you loading port Shanghai and Ningbo, some suppliers, they also want to do the export like this. Okay, so on the export terms, you have to find a local forwarder. Two ways to find a forwarder. One way is you can find a local forwarder in your country. And this local forwarder, they will find a China agent like my company to handle the Chinese cargo. And another way is you can work with us directly, which means you can ask an inquiry from us company and directly. This is another way. I think this way is more best because you can find a better price and working with more high efficiency. Also, we should pay attention that on the export term, the forwarded quotation should be included the pickup fee and the Chinese local fee and also the ocean freight. Also, the forwarder have to help the buyer to finish the documentation for the local customer clearance and also make the certificate of original. This means under the export, the factory is simply the role of providing the goods, and the freight forwarder play a great role. Okay, and next topic is about the CIF. Why do you feel your logistic costs become more higher and higher? Actually, I think the reason is you're still doing a CIF price. I'm not say the CIF is not good way it's good at trade turn or something, but we should check the details. What is CIF? For example, CIF, three parts. One part is cost, stand for C. I for insurance. I teach everybody how to calculate the insurance fee in China. The insurance fee should be the cargo volume multiply 1.1 multiply 0.001. This is the insurance fee you have to pay in China. I repeat again, the insurance fee should be cargo volume multiply 1.1 multiply 0.001. This is the insurance fee you have to pay in China. And for example, let me explain why the CIF price confuse us and makes the logistic fee more and high. For example, the cost of ocean freight from, for example, Ningbo to Felixstowe, 140 high Q container is $2,000 US, okay? And but this is the cost 2,000, but the factory quotation to the buyer, for example, is $3,000 US. Suppose you have like 10,000 pieces of goods, so which means they add $1,000 US high, cost is 2,000, but they quote 3,000 to the buyer. 1,000 is very high, but when they put to the 10,000 each per unit, we cannot feel like the per unit CI price increase so high. It seems like only increased a little, because 1,000. Let me check. It seems that per unit, the goods only increase a little shipping fee. That's a problem. But actually, this cargo you was overcharged $1,000 US. Do you understand? I hope you understand now. If you don't understand, you can email me. For the FCF, in addition to the regular sea freight, we only pay the destination port DTHC and the deliver order fee at the destination port, right? It's more clear. And the LCL have also a big problem. Pay attention. All the people from the UK, Germany, and the North Europe, and also the Eastern Europe, Middle East, and Southeast Asian, Australian, New Zealand, Japan, Korean, and also other country, we should cheer up, because under the CIF, actually, they were under CIF. Actually, the supply in China, they will put the ocean freight on the destination port fee again, makes your destination port fee very high. This is the reason why your pickups, like for example, 3 or 5 CBM goods, actually the local fee should be only 150 or 200, but after you check the bill, it will be more than 800 or 10,000 US. What happened? Because this is CIF term, the LCL price. You understand? You cannot see everything clear. This is the most problem for us, because they put the, for example, they give you the LCL price, CI price. Maybe the ocean freight is not including the per unit price, but they move to the destination port again. You pay twice or 3 times for the local fee. That's why you so high. You don't have a standard rate for your fee. I think under the CIF, the consignee doesn't feel so good. Sometimes they feel like they want to change something and they don't know where to find and who to trust. This is a big problem. Because CIF, as my experience, this is only suitable for some new importers. And you just start your business, you don't have many ways to compare, and you don't have the channel to know the other people. That's why we have to choose the CIF. Now let's discuss about the FOB. FOB means free on board. Suppliers send goods to the under FCL, the supplier finish the local tracking and the customer clearance in China, and LCL, they send the goods to the assigned forwarder's warehouse. So, I think what is the advantage for the consignees under the FOB? Now we have to, I would recommend and introduce very 4 details about the FOB under LCL and FCL. When we do in FCL, if you do the FOB, for example, when the goods meet the customer inspection in China, you don't have to pay the high inspection fee. Normally the inspection fee is around I think the $200 or $400 US. Because under the FOB rule, the supplier they have to pay all the local fees. But normally under the CIF, you know, some consignee they have to pay the inspection fee for themselves, because the supplier they just like your friend to help you arrange the shipment to your destination. This is a big problem, okay? Now simply to now we think we do FOB, everything looks like more clear. The cost of the goods, the logistic fee is more clear, not mixed up, you understand? You can compare, everything was very easily to compare. This for FCL, when you compare, you can compare the ocean freight and the local. Under FOB, the ocean freight and the destination port fee and the DTHC is very easy, clear to calculate. Also the LCL fee under FOB, we can calculate the ocean freight and also the destination port fee on your port. Every detail is very clear. But I advise all the customer under the FOB term, you can let your assigned or nominated forwarder to buy the insurance for you. If you think the goods are easily to be damaged or very valuable, expensive, I think it's necessary. If you want to buy, you can contact with us. Also, I show some advantage for the FOB terms. Number 1 is you hold the bill of loading. I know the bill of loading is on the hand of your forwarder, but you know the FOB forwarder is your own forwarder. That means the bill of loading is also on your hand. And the second is, I think the whole logistic cost is more clear. Normally, as my experience, for the whole year you can reduce like 30% to 40% the whole year compared with the CF way to arrange this logistics. At the meantime, I add 2 models of the FOB forwarder. One way is how can you find a FOB forwarder? One is you are getting some local callings, the local forwarder they recommend themselves. Okay, this is number 1, because the forwarder also find us in China to handle. And another way, and also you pay when you pay the monthly the shipping fee to them, you pay in your country local, but it will be charged. For example, you pay like 3,000, 4,000 US dollar per month, or 10,000 US dollar per month. You have to pay maybe the local GST or duty tax. For Australian 10%, Malaysia 6%, also the UK and other country. For example, you have the 1,000 the logistic fee pay the local forwarder. Australian 10%. That means you have to pay 100 for the local GTS. But I will show another way to you. Another way is you can directly work with us. We will arrange the X work and FOB term for you in China, and we can send the goods only to destination port is one way. Another way is we can finish the local customer clearance and check into your warehouse. Also the to-door service. But the difference, big difference between these two ways of FOB is, for example, 1,000 US dollar the logistic fee for Australian, 10%. If you're paying to China, in Australia you have to pay 100 for the GST, right? But you pay to China, the bank fee is only 50. Then if you have 100,000, you transfer to my logistic fee to China. Also the bank fee is only maybe 40 or 50 per bill. But if you pay in local Australia, you can check how much you will be charged. This is, I think, is very legal way to avoid the GTS about the logistic fee. Also, some customer they worry about if doing the FOB in China for order, they how can pay or something off. I'm sorry, I answered phone. Why? 哎，怎么了？你等一下给我 QQ 留个言好吧？我现在在那个拍视频呢，好吧？好，Okay, another way I'm going to big secret I'm going to share with you. And no matter you do the FCA or FCL, sometimes you you do the CIF, but in China the supplier they will still make the train turn to be the FOB on their customer papers in China. You know why? Because it is more easily to get the tax refund from China government, also the review from the tax. I think it's very easy for the tax review, and also easy, quick to get from the tax refund from the government. This is one. So that means sometimes when you do the FOB, you can also change the invoice from the CF to be FOB to be CF. It's up to you, because normally the Chinese customers and the foreign customers, they didn't exchange the data. You understand? They're separated. There was a big war between the foreign and the Chinese government. I think like 19% of supplier, they, for their convenience, they will put this, even though they do the CF with the foreigners, but they will put the FOB term on the local Chinese customers. Oh, this is a big secret for you. It's also for other buyers. You can learn how to make your business more smoothly and successfully. The reason I took this video is going to share some very useful and practiceful things. Also, the purpose is want to more people to learn. I think some buyers, they are newbies, and someone just confused about the logistic or the supply chain. Some may be very experienced buyer. I think we can share the experience, because on this video you can feel something other people from China and also the other country will never share with you. But to be real, to be honest, is my principle and also my working principle, my style. I want to share something useful for you guys, and I hope to get more ideas and also more advice from you. Also, if you have some experience, no matter it's good or bad, you can email me, and if you have any quotation about the logistic from any port of China to your country, FCA or LCA or by air, you can send an email to us. I think all the inquiries will be warmly welcome. I think the next video I will be introduce maybe the country by country. For example, maybe one video I will introduce some very special rules and some ways for the consignees to save your money and to avoid some bad things happen. Maybe one video I introduce about UK, and another video I introduce about Australia. Maybe another video I will introduce about the Korea. Okay, so that's all. Thank you for the watching, and if you think the video is good, please share to your friend, and on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, or on your Google Plus, everywhere you can let more people know this, and also you can introduce our company to your friends. Thank you so much. See you next time.